All right, all right. I think we're live. I have no idea. Y'all have to let me know out there. But I'm just gonna be working on this fun little drawing. I'm gonna try to see if you guys can see what I'm drawing, and just let me know what you guys think of it. Trying something new with this, showing my face, and also just talking blindly to a camera and a mic. Don't think there's anyone really listening to me right now, but I don't know. Maybe on the playback, you let me know. All right. I pull up my reference because you gotta have a reference before you draw, particularly what I'm going to draw. Your reference. Need to look at my reference. So we are going to be drawing a Pokemon today. I do have all the drawings I need to work on. I'm just kind of tight for time right now, which is why I didn't draw. I didn't stream that last night or the night before, I think. So I'm trying to get some streaming in today and some drawings in. And next week I'm going to be gone and traveling, so I won't be streaming, or I might be posting some videos, but I won't be streaming for the next 2 weeks, starting next week. Save. You know what? If I move my reference to here, it looks like I'm looking at the camera, but I'm really just looking at my reference. Let's try this setup. All right. Another way I could do this is I could have another camera or have the camera on my hands and not my face, but y'all let me know what you guys like more. Trying to push more content out for y'all, but I've been really busy lately. So this is actually a custom illustration / logo I'm working on. Let's see what's going on here. All right. Maybe we'll watch some YouTube. I don't know if you are here. I'm always, you know what? Spit on this. Don't think you guys can hear my video if I'm watching it, right? I'm also just kind of testing out my own setup too to see if this works. I don't know if you know this, but I can move my camera around wherever I want. Now we're good. Y'all can't hear nothing. This is kind of funny because I can just look down and it looks like I'm looking at my drawing on the camera. So we'll leave it like this. do. I want a different. Yeah, yeah. All right, cool. Got to make sure I'm on a different layer because I don't like drawing everything on the same layer. Oh no! This is going to be the head. We're going to just boxing stuff in right now. Been watching a lot of other illustrators online who are really, really good at what they do. And it seems like this is a similar technique that is done. And I'm trying to pick up on that. Like I said, I'm not a illustrator by trade or a conventional illustrator who does this, day in and day out. I do a lot, but I'm not like a known illustrator or anyone who does it for 9 to 5. Just your average Joe who can draw sometimes. All right, so we're boxing that in. So this is a bummer because I would sit here and just watch movies with y'all and draw, but I know YouTube will give me the cut down on that. So we're gonna just draw in silence because every time I play music or I do anything on here, I tend to get swiped. So what the reference photos apply to. Give me something like that would be pretty cool too. Let's see. So right here, there's text that's going to be there. I just blocked it out or kind of showcased where it's going to be at. Not too sure if my client would want me to show their name on my stream. But then again, it's not like we're going to get a lot of people watching it. So on the playback, people might come back and watch it later. I tend to see that in the analytics after I post a stream or something. I also think that I've been getting warnings from Google and YouTube about clarifying my age. That's why sometimes my YouTube channels come down a little bit or my streams come down. It's something I'm actively working on and figure out too why they don't think I know. They don't believe my age or think that who I am is who I am. Let me know if you guys can guess this Pokemon. I'm sure some of y'all can already. Just if y'all are real big into collecting cards. It's a really bad habit of mine, but I can't stop collecting them. this comes down and it kicks over like this. See, I already don't like this. I've also thought about just doing streams where you guys, where I'm just sitting here working on my day-to-day projects, you know, a lot of my freelance work and whatnot. Some of that may not be drawings. A lot of it would be just heavy design work, web development, and stuff like that. If that's something you guys want to see me do, or you guys have questions about, let me know. I'll start streaming that kind of stuff too. Might get a little weird with my clients, but I don't think they know that I have a channel, and I don't think that anyone would really pay attention. So what if I also got a habit of just duplicating the same layer over and over and over, just until I get it just right. Okay, so if we have text here, we know we can't have this. We'll have the text over it. My text stops here. Could have it. I'm legitly just roughing everything in right now. So before we actually start refining our drawing, I got to make sure this concept can work. Now, the other thing is that is this taking up too much attention away from the name, which is be right here? It might be. Could be. Right? That looks pretty bad, but like I said, we're just framing our work and working on something like this. It's key to make sure it works in a smaller size. So, oh, don't, do, hmm. Okay, so kind of get away from this if we box everything in like so. I would make this all black. This will all be like a very dark black or like a deep, deep blue slash purple. And if you haven't named it already, this is going to be Charizard, particularly dark, dark Charizard. And then in theory, I could maybe have his tail right here popping out. I've learned over the years when working on stuff like this, it's key to plan stuff out before you jump into a final version. So I do a lot of planning between designs and illustrations that I don't often share a lot. So you guys get to see the behind the scenes of how some of my stuff is actually made and created, and then get to hear the fun commentary that I'm telling you guys right now. Maybe I bring this box in a little more. Try to just frame it a little better. That face is real wonky. We gotta fix that. I like to draw. Draw is what I do. Draw, draw is what I do. Do, 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 do. The drawing is pretty rough. This would be his paw right here, or his claws. We'll go right here. And pick 3 little knuckles. That's one. That's one idea. Imagine if you saw that on Instagram. We gotta name our layers. D1. It's pretty good to keep your layers named and organized. So then we can dupe it and then scale it down. If it's in a circle, we have our logo here. This could just be all black. We're gonna have this weird. We would have to crop in more. All right. May not work the best in this scenario. All right. Should be all. And this will come down. And Mm, maybe. All right. Do, 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 do. All right. Now we have this idea and concept. Let's try another one. I'm going to erase this because we know that's just going to be the logo and the typography, which you guys might have been able to see if you saw my layers. Some going jump back and forth on them. Mm, all right, so let's put this in the middle. All right. And got to tie in a Charizard into this. Neck looks way too big. Hmm. Then you know what we could do with this background instead of it just being filled color. You could make it the back of a card, give it like that round corner. Oof. Keep that far away. Oof. That's just some apple cider. I don't know. Ah, drawn on the wrong layer. Shame on me. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to go, and we're gonna come back to this later because I gotta get going. I gotta hit the road. Um, maybe I'll stream tomorrow. Maybe I'll stream tonight. I don't think so. But I'm gonna be gone for 2 weeks, and I'll be back in December, and that's when I'll probably be streaming again. And in those 2 weeks, I'm gonna be posting more shorts. Probably no videos because I may not be able to edit them on the road. But I'm gonna be gone for 2 weeks. Well, thank you for joining. Before I go, see, we got this far with the Bulbasaur drawing. I could go back and add some more shadows and whatnot. And I got this far with the skull head. I'm going to go back and make these hands coming out of the neck slash bottom of the jaw. See what else we got. Yeah, that's really all we got for right now. Oh, we got the dumpling cartoon. That's really all we got with that. We didn't get much further than this. Still thinking about if I should add text to it or not. All right. Well,